some volume. Good morning, my angels. Gosh, I feel like I have a microphone. Good morning, my angels. Happy Sunday. Well, happy whatever day it is that you are watching this. I am having the most glorious Sunday morning. I have been doing my favorite things, walking around the orchard. I've had an everything shower. I have double washed, I have deeply conditioned, and now doing my hair. It was desperate for it, and having a big fresh bouncy blow dry definitely sets me up to feeling fresh on a Sunday morning. And actually it has probably been absolute yonks since I have done a sort of like big bouncy blow dry tutorial with you guys, and I know that I have got a few new faces, so if you are new to my YouTube channel, then welcome to the family. If you have been OGs for a while, then welcome back, and I absolutely love and adore you. And for those of you who are currently watching who haven't yet hit subscribe, please, it would honestly mean the world to me. I was actually the other day having a little glance at the analytics, and apparently there are almost 50% of you that watch my YouTube channel who haven't yet subscribed. So honestly, you really don't know how much it would mean to me and my team if you guys were to hit subscribe. So for those newbies and for those people who might be watching this for the first time, and people that watch think, how on earth does she get her hair looking like that? Well, I am going to share my secrets with you. So first and foremost, you would have seen me give my hair a serious rough dry, and that is really to dry your hair to sort of like, I would say about 70 to 80%, but also to give it volume. Now, products are an absolute must-have. You want to use a heat protectant spray and also an oil to nourish. This oil is from Schwarzkopf. It's called Fiber Clinique. It's a light oil for fine to medium hair. And I would definitely say an oil, finding an oil that is not too heavy is quite important, because you don't want to weigh your hair down, but you want to nourish and seal your ends. So I personally love this. Another oil that I swear by is my Moroccan oil. And then this is Moroccan Oil's Protect and Prevent Spray, and it is for colour treated hair. It's what they call their Colour Complete. That is what the bottle looks like, and it is incredible. And it also holds my curls so much more. There have been times where I've run out and not used it, and then literally my hair drops. And trust me when I say this tutorial is for those of you who cannot get your Dyson Airwrap to hold your curls. Well, you need to keep watching, because I am going to show you my secret tips and tricks. So you're going to want to rough dry your hair to about 70 to 80%, and then you are going to want to section your hair into two parts. And I am going to air wrap these back the way. So this is the Dyson Airwrap. I think this is what they call their Rose Gold edition, and you can do this with any model of the Dyson Airwrap. So I hold up the hair, turn it on. Oh, it's the wrong way around. Turn it on, hold the hair up, and let the Dyson Airwrap suck the hair up, and then I roll the Dyson Airwrap all the way up to my head, and I hold it for probably around about 20 seconds. And in terms of the heat settings, I have it on the full blast, but the medium heat. I find that the hottest is possibly a little bit too hot for my hair. However, if you have really curly or really thick or quite coarse hair, then maybe you guys will need the heat. But considering my hair is fine, blonde, and really rather damaged, yeah, I don't need it too hot. So I then will unroll it. I will tease the ends a little bit and then roll it back up until I think that the hair is fully dried. Now this is where the magic happens. You want to switch off your Dyson, hold the roll, slide the Dyson out, keeping all of your hair in that roll-like form. Take a clip like so, and I'll link these down below. Gosh, that rhymed. And then you want to slide the clip in, and I like to clip mine both sides. And voila! You have got your first little roller. And basically what that does, it allows your curl to cool down and set. And I will keep my rollers in for as long as possible. For those of you who've been here for a while will know that I go just about everywhere with my rollers in, and will take them out just before I arrive somewhere. And let me tell you, they last for days. So carrying on with the next section, I change the direction of my Dyson Airwrap, hold the hair, switch it on, let it suck up the ends, and then roll. And voila! So that is all pinned. I will now take my full clip out and then take the next section. This is probably the biggest section I will take, and I will just ensure that I've got kind of this Mohican-like section like this, because to be honest with you, this blow dry, it's all about the way that you blow dry the front, and it has to go backwards in order to create as much volume as possible. It's kind of like those old school, really voluminous Hollywood blow dries. So I will take the next section, make sure to brush out any knots, hold up the Dyson, switch it on, suck it up, and then roll it up. Ta-da! Switch it off, pull out the roller, and pin it. It looks more complicated than it is. These rolls literally just form themselves, and all we're doing is just clipping them. Now what I like to do is really protect the hair around the front of my face. As you can see, I've had quite a lot of breakage, and that's just due to the summer and having a very busy schedule, and also blow drying my hair probably every single day at this rate. So I will pull my front sections out, just because these need literally about 5 seconds. I do also have framing across my face, so this is not all full snappage, do not worry. So I will switch it off and then actually pull in those slightly smaller pieces and then continue. Just making sure that the Dyson is going high enough to capture those little hairs. Pin and pin, and moving on to the next side. Now for the important part, we have got the top section, and I will again make 2 sections, one down this way, one down that way, and I would say leave about a 3-inch section at the front. We're going to blow dry this one that way, this one that way, and the top Mohican section backwards, and that is what creates the enormous volume. Right, we need a clip. We're going to clip this bit up, and trust me when I say you can get this blow dry done within, from soaking, sopping wet hair to all of your hair in the rollers, within around about 12 minutes. I've got it down to a T. Call it the money pieces. So I will section this into 2, leaving the front part down My goodness gracious me, does she need her highlights done? But we are holding off because we want them to, it's kind of like not enough time to have them done now and then have them freshened up for my birthday. So I'm just going, we're rocking the roots at this rate. Now you are going to want your Dyson Airwrap to the right hand side. So currently you are looking at my left. Basically you want to blow it backwards. I will hold this section up, capture the ends and roll all the way down and get it as close as to my head as I can, without any of the other hair getting sucked into the Dyson Airwrap. And what I like to do is to try and actually make sure that this front section here is quite chunky. Otherwise, you're gonna end up with a piece that's gonna fall down like this, and that's not the vibe. We want back and bouncy. Switch it up, make sure it's rolled up tight, and clip. And again, I would ensure that you clip both sides just to make sure that they don't come loose and that they are setting in the correct formation. Make sure that it is brushed, and then I will blow dry this section back. Switch it off and clip. Here we are, the side that you see all too often. So that is my hair in the iconic rollers, and to be honest with you, I will leave my rollers in for as long as I possibly can. That's really where your curls are going to cool and they're going to set. I also do like to use a hairspray, so make sure to pop some hairspray on, leave it for as long as you can, go and do your makeup, go and get ready, and then just before you leave, or even just before you get to where you're going, then take your hair out, a quick spray of hairspray, and you are done. So I am going to continue with my day. I've got some work to get on with, but when I take my hair out, I will come back and show you how I do it, do a little bit of teasing here and there, a little bit of spraying, and boom, we have got an epic big bouncy blow dry. So see you in just a jiffy. It's been a couple of hours, so it's time to take out the rollers and you'll get the big reveal. So carefully take out the little metal pins that you've got all around your head. And you can, if you want to, I mustn't say it's the most comfortable thing in the world, but maybe you have got like a big event or a wedding or the races, whatever you might be going to, you can actually sleep with them in. So you can do this the day before, the night before, so you don't have to wake up ridiculously early on the morning. But once you take out all of the clips, you will be left with some beautiful ringlets. And before you brush them out, you are going to want to give them a good spray with hairspray. This is Moroccanoil's Luminous Hairspray Finish Strong. It's a weightless, natural, and no sticky residue spray. I think it's brilliant. This and the Authentic Beauty one are definitely my favourites. And I do it from like underneath up. I don't know why. I kind of think it might hold them a little bit better. And there we go. Right. Now for the comb. I tend to brush out the top of my head and definitely around the crown of my head. We don't want any sections visible. And I just brush through the hair like so. And like for a second, can we just like appreciate the volume of the hair? And this is really where you can create your own style. Look at this volume. And so I always have a side parting, and so I have this side tucked behind my ear, so I'll give this a good brush and then it'll look smooth and pretty. I will tuck that behind my ear like so. And then what I like to do is just to create a few sections here. So I'll create a section at the front, just using the mirror quickly, and a section just at the top. I will take my comb and I will back comb probably 2 or 3 times. Give it a brush over the top to make sure that there are no knots. And I will do that again with the section at the front. 2 back combs and then brush through to make sure that there are no stray hairs And that, ladies and gentlemen, I might tend to run my fingers through the curls a little bit. I do love that iconic, big, bouncy, professional blow dry look. Some people like to get a brush and actually brush out the curls. My hair does tend to drop, so I won't tend to brush them out that much. And then one final little spray, and voila, that is my big bouncy blow dry that lasts with a Dyson Airwrap. You can get that professional salon look at home and every day with just a few little tips and tricks. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this sort of like little small short vlog, and for those of you who don't have time to watch my full long vlogs, I hope you're enjoying the hauls and the tutorials. So don't forget to subscribe, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and let me know what you would like to see next.